Hello and welcome once again to another episode of The Naked Turner. Today I want to address a little something that one of my subscribers brought up. His name is Al Furtado. Al, thank you very much for pointing out something to me that I thought I had kind of made apparent in some of my videos, but I guess I really hadn't. So let me jump into this video by letting you know that safety is important, but no matter what precaution you're using, at least you're using some precaution. If you just have a $5 face shield and you're using it, that's better than not using a $5 face shield. If you have a $400 face shield that's protecting your lungs as well, by all means use it when you feel it's appropriate. I don't always use my air trend respirator just because of the it makes it hard for me to speak, it makes it a little harder to breathe, and I enjoy just using my regular face shield when I'm turning wood that is not as invasive on my lungs or potentially toxic like some of the woods that I turn are. So when I'm turning toxic wood, I try to use a respirator of some kind, even if it's just a 3M respirator or some other respirator. But just remember, the reason I emphasize safety is because I want us all to keep turning. The longer we're safe, the longer we keep turning. So take care, and remember, turn safely and have a long life turning. Alright, having said that, I have a piece of ash that is double stuck using Fast Caps double stick tape to my faceplate, and this is a piece of ash that's 3/4 of an inch by 8 1/8 by 8 1/8 square, and I have it double stuck on here now. And then I brought my tailstock up. This has a little bit of a funny kind of not such a nice stain on it, so I'm getting rid of all that. This was some salvage from a project that I worked on, so I was lucky enough to get these pieces of ash. I'm going to try turning this into a little maybe 7 3/4 inch, 7 7/8 inch small plate made out of ash. Oh, and by the way, this is a pretty nice piece of ash. Okay, I've got this chucked up. As you saw, I double stuck it in place, and what I'm going to do now is go about wearing my simple, relatively inexpensive face shield that needs a little bit of cleaning. Bringing my speed down to 1300 RPM. I'm just going to remove all these square wings out here. Slowly. So I don't end up with big chunks flying around. We should now be into round. Almost. A couple little flat spots. Alright, there we go. We are now into round. So now what I'm going to do is make a mortise in this foot, and that will help me grab this with my scrolling jaw chuck when I go to flip it around. I'll surface this off, make a mortise, and then it'll be ready for flipping around. And then I'll decide exactly what I'm going to do, but I think I'm just going to do a small plate out of this piece of ash. And like I said, it is a nice piece of ash. Alright, whenever the naked turner can come across a nice piece of ash like this, I'm going to be all over it. Bringing up my speed now to around 2,000 RPM. And remember, this is still just stuck on here with double stick tape. So I'm going to take light passes to surface this off. Alright, we're surfaced now. I'm going to mark my center for my scrolling draw chuck. I'm shooting for somewhere just a little bit past that mark. I'm going to do about 1/8 of an inch mortise on this, 1/8 inch deep by about 2 inches. And I just used my round nose 1/2 inch by 3/16 scraper. Now I'm going to be switching over here to my skew chisel to make the dovetail. Coming in here. Pushing straight in until I see about 1/8 of an inch. Right about there. Take a look at that. And I want to make sure that that indeed is right around 2. It's almost 2. I'm going to widen that just a hair to make sure my scrolling draw chuck will fit right in there. And there we go. Okay. Now I've got the mortise with a nice sharp clean detail in the bottom there. I'm noticing that there's still a little bit of stain here, so I'm going to flatten that off a little bit more using my bowl gouge on a pulling scraper cut, like using it as a negative rake scraper. Pull across the surface. And now let's check and see. Okay, much better. Now what I'm going to do is identify the size of my foot, which is going to be right about there. And I'm going to come in with my bowl gouge, remove a little bit of this material here. This is still just held on with the double stick tape. Alright, now I'm going to take a look here, see if my mortise, yep, my mortise is deep enough. I'm going to continue shaping. Okay, now I'm getting down to the shape that I'm looking for. Now I'll come in and I'm using my bowl gouge as more of a negative rake scraper. So you don't always have to use the tool, like this is a bowl gouge, but I'm not using it as a gouge right now. I'm using it as a negative rake scraper. Just kind of blend these edges. Then I'm not having to change my tool. I'm still using the same tool. Some people might say, oh, that's not good, you should go grab your negative rake scraper. Well, I didn't really feel like it, and that was a lot faster. Now I'm going to come in here with my small round nose scraper. And just bring that shape on through. Now I have a nice soft sweeping curve here. I think I'm going to go just a little bit more on this outer lip to bring the thickness down a hair. Let's change camera angle. You can't see enough of that. Okay, hopefully this will give you a little better angle here. Okay, I'm coming in with my round nose scraper. Okay, going back in with my full gouge and just blending that little curve. There we go. There we go. That's really nice. Now I'll be able to start here at probably 220 grit. Feels really good. This piece of ash has a little bit of spalting and stuff in it, so it might be kind of interesting. But now I've got it roughed, the bottom of this piece roughed in. I'll do some sanding and apply some finish and then flip it over. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with this. So a little bit of sanding, starting out with some 220. Alright, a little bit more of that, and we'll be good to go up to 320. Alright, I just put some finish on, and feels really, really nice. All the grain is nicely closed, and feels nice and smooth, not too glossy, just glossy enough. And now I'm going to pop that piece off of the double stick tape, and always take this stuff off. Don't leave it on your faceplate. It gets stronger with time, so the longer you leave it on there, the harder it'll be to get off. So go ahead and remove it right away. And get rid of that. Alright, now I'm ready to throw my scrolling jaw chuck on, turn this around, face it up, and then start hollowing. Alright, it's flipped around. It's now held in my scrolling jaw chuck. Alright, I've got it all hollowed out, and I'm starting to apply some finish. Or I should say, I've got it all sanded, and I'm starting to apply some finish. I have it in reverse gear, and just putting some friction rub on here. Boiled linseed oil, and denatured alcohol, and shellac, pre-mixed clear shellac, equal parts, and then a little bit of wax is melted into that solution. Carnauba and beeswax, all natural. Alright, bringing up the speed a little to polish that finish in. I'm up here around 13, increasing to 17. I want to burn this outer edge. You can burn the outer edge real fast by putting too much friction on. So just a light touch. And there we go. It should be done. Oh yeah, that's nice. Sweet. Super thin. I got it down to like less than 1/16 of an inch out here on the edge, and then the whole plate is about 1/8 of an inch thick throughout the curved wall. Thanks for watching this episode of The Naked Turner. Nice piece of ash plate, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up and like and share. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. If you're not a subscriber, take the time to click the subscribe button and you'll get to see things that I'm working on almost weekly. Sometimes I post a couple videos a week, other times a couple videos a month. But hopefully you'll stay intrigued with my channel. Keep watching. Safe turning.